Okay, I'm not sure where we got cut off on the last video, but I converted this to, instead of 1/2 to the x power, into 2 to the negative x power, because 1/2, it's like saying 1/2 to the positive 1, so you can convert that to 2 to the negative 1. All right, then equals, instead of 256, I'm going to go 2 to the what power, so I'm going to use my calculator and just try to figure out. I'm going to type in a number like 5, but that's 32, so that doesn't work. So we're looking for 256, so maybe 2 to the 7th power. Nope, so probably one more, like 2 to the 8th is 256. So I just am converting that number into I'm manipulating it into 2 to the 8th power instead. That way I can set these exponents equal to each other. So negative x is equal to 8, which means by dividing out the negative 1, it means that x is equal to negative 8. That would be our solution. Okay, last one on this page. So you're going to set it equal to x like we've been doing, and then you're going to rewrite it in exponential form. So 5 to the x power is equal to 125. Then we look at the smaller of the two bases and we manipulate it. So we have a 5 and we have a 125, so we're going to bring that one down to a base of 5. We're going to leave this one the same, 5 to the x power, because 5 to the 3rd power is equal to 125. So then I would set these equal to each other, and it's already done, so it must have been 3. And then in the notes that I did from Monday's lesson yesterday, I was just saying, like, I don't want you to use a calculator to calculate the logarithm, but if I wanted to verify what the log base 5 of 125 is, I could just type it in as log 125 divided by log 5. This is called a change of base formula. We'll get into that later, but this is how I'd have to type it in on my calculator. So it's 3. Okay, last page is graphing. So I think that's this one. All right, let's start with this one over here. The first thing it says to do is consider the exponential function y equals 2 to the x power. Complete the table for the function. All right, I'm going fast because I don't know, I don't want to take too long on these videos, and I feel like if you can pause them, you can do it on your own time, so it shouldn't matter too much if I go faster. Okay, so 2 to the x power, complete the table for the function, graph it on the coordinate plane. All right, so let's just go ahead and do the values. So if I plug in -3, I would get, I don't want room, but maybe I'll do it right here. So 2 to the -3, that is like saying 1 over 2 to the +3, and 2 to the +3 is 8. So really this is like saying 1 over 8. Okay, then I'm going to plug in -2 up here. So it'd be like 2 to the -2. Just going to randomly put my notes around here. So I'd have 1 over 2 to the +2, and then that converts to 1/4. So 1/4. And if I have 2 to the -1, because I'm plugging in -1 here, I'm going to get 1 over 2 to the +1. But that's the same thing as 1/2. If I plug in 0, well, 2 to the 0 power is 1. If I plug in 1, 2 to the 1st power is 2. If I plug in 2, 2 to the 2nd power is 4. If I plug in 3, 2 to the 3rd power is 8. So let's graph. Okay, so that's a hard one to graph, -3, and then down 1/8. It's just like barely over there. Same thing with -2, it's pretty hard to graph, so it's like barely right here. -1, 1/2, well, that's a little easier, and then 0, 1. Oh, time out, I did everything opposite way for the y coordinate. I gotta go the other way, so it's really like this, like that, and there, and then 0, 1, so I don't know why I went down. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and now I'm gonna go down here, so 1, 2, 2, 4. 3, 8. Oh, it's not even on there, so I'll move it up there. Alright, so hopefully you can see we've done exponential functions before, and there is an asymptote because we kind of talked about you can't ever reach 0 in this particular example. So no matter what, you're just going to keep getting smaller and smaller as you go to the left, but you'll never quite actually touch 0. Okay, so that is what our exponential function looks like. Now, it says an inverse function switches the x and y coordinates. Okay, we've already kind of been exposed to that. It makes a reflection over the line y equals x. So you guys did a whole handout about reflecting the graphs. I didn't do a very good one, but that's our line y equals x through the origin and through the point 1, 1. So I'm just making it y equals x. Okay, it says use the definition of inverse to sketch the graph of the exponential function and its inverse, the logarithmic function. Okay, so all I have to do is switch these values and there's my inverse. So if I switch it, I'll rewrite it down here. I'd have 1/8 comma -3. I'd have 1/4 comma -2. I'd have 1/2 comma -1. And then 1, 0, 2, 1, 4, 2. Just switching the points. So let's go ahead and graph. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see the bottom. Alright, so now I'm just going to graph these points over here. So 1/8 and -3. Barely there. 1/4 and -2. Barely there. 1/2 -1. A little easier to graph that. 1, 0. 2, 1. 4, 2. The one on the bottom was 8, 3. So 6, 7, 8, and then up 3. Alright, so my asymptote now is not the x-axis, now it's the y-axis. And that, my friends, is a logarithmic function. So I'm going to make a note that this one is the exponential, that's y equals 2 to the x. That one's exponential, write this down. This one is the function y equals log base 2 of x. That is your log function. And we're going to take out that calculator real quick. You can graph the logarithmic function in the calculator. So go to y equals, function, yeah, I'm going to use my standard window. So we're going to go y equals, I'm going to do log. Now in this one, because it's log base 2 of x, I would just have to go log x first, divided by log 2. And there we go. Same thing that we got. You can't, it doesn't stop right there, but you just can't see it because it's not zoomed in very well. And some of these older models don't show it very well. It makes it look like it stops, but it doesn't. Alright. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is that the reason why a log function is the inverse of an exponential function is because if we were to really try to come up with the points down here, we would have taken that 2. And so in this instance, the log is on the right side of the equation, so I'm kind of going this direction now. So I'm taking that 2, I'm going to raise it to the outside, which is the y, and then it's going to set equal to the x. So hopefully you can see that the x and the y are in the complete opposite positions as the original x and the y from the exponential function. So whenever you switch out your x and y, then it becomes an inverse. So this one is our inverse. And in other words, logarithms are basically related to exponential functions because they are the inverse of each other. Alright, let me see how long I recorded. You know what? You guys have been doing so well with this remote learning. I really appreciate it. Let's call it a day. I'm not even going to go over this one. So I am just going to do the quick extra credit drawing. So hang on for that. Period. Something bigger. Ryan, I think I picked you. Yep, I picked you last time. I feel like it saves the last person every time it's doing that to me. Alright, Blake, I have not called your name yet. So I got Blake for third. Here's my fifth. Okay, well last time I picked Adrian, so let's see if it picks. Nope, it didn't. Okay. So maybe my theory wasn't correct. But I've got Blake and Jocelyn. Congratulations on your extra credit point. Have a good day. Bye.